Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jani. This is a cross stitch channel where I talk about cross stitch and projects and materials, designs, topics related to cross stitch. If you are new, welcome. I am a Mexican stitcher and I love to make these videos to share my love for cross stitch. I'm so glad you are here. I hope you have a great time. And if you are already a subscriber, a friend, thank you again for being here with me. This time I want to record a little video about, I don't have much of a stitchy report to show you because I've been, one of those weeks really, really busy, adulting. And yeah, I don't have, some progress to show you. I will share my work in progress so far, but I like to make this video, to talk a little bit about cross stitch and show some of the projects and some of the patterns that I have, like a stitchy chat. We are stitchy friends, so imagine that you came here to my house and visit my little stitchy corner so we can talk about cross stitch, which is something that I personally really enjoy. So yeah, well, first of all, I want to send all my love and a big hug on this Mother's Day. Here in Mexico, we celebrate Mother's Day on May 10. So yeah, it can be any day of the week, but the date is May the 10th. So yeah, but today is Sunday. I guess is the Mother's Day in many countries. So I would like to share some of the projects that I have with that theme of motherhood. So yeah, this is a project that I finished a couple of years ago. This is Morning Song by Lavender and Lace, Marilyn Inbloom Levitt, and I love it. It was a project that I started many years ago, and I left this project. It was almost an UFO, unfinished object, because it's practically a full coverage piece, and I I wasn't enjoying this project, and I'm not a full coverage stitcher. I respect so much the stitchers who make these amazing pieces of full coverage, but with this I was struggling so much. So yeah, but finally I complete this project, and I changed the hair of the little girl. I make her hair darker, and I love it. It's such a classic and very iconic cross stitch design among the community, and I love it. I really enjoyed. Once I finish this, it's beautiful, and I stitched this in a piece of Aida, because as I say, I started this many years ago, and it's just a beige or off-white Aida. So yeah, I really love the result, but it was a struggle. Another motherhood type of design is this Madonna of the Garden by Nora Corbett, Miabilia. And again, I stitched this project many years ago. I dyed the fabric very similar to the original design, and it's a linen 32, and again, it was one of my first mirrors, and it was a a learning process. So yeah, the final result is so beautiful. It's such a beautiful design, and the colors are so vibrant, and I love it. Even though I'm not a religious person, I really, really love the composition of this piece, and all the elements, and I love it. I love to stitch this piece. And one story about it is that once I finish stitching this, I put it in my office, and it was in my wall, and we have a little fire at the office, and with some damages, but this piece didn't suffer any damage. So yeah, it's like a interesting story about this. But yeah, I love to stitch this design, and this is a design from Miabilia that is not longer available. It's one of the out of print pattern, and my pattern, I think I give away to a stitchy friend, or I sold the pattern, I don't know. But yeah, right now I wish I could have some of the patterns that I stitch and are out of print, and I'm not longer have it. So yeah, just for the collection, or the pleasure to have those patterns. So yeah. And finally, I want to share another design by Nora Corbett, Miabilia. This is mother's arms. And I love it. I love it. I decided to change a little bit the design, because I didn't stitch the background of the design, and instead I use this fabric, which is dyed, and it's a piece of hand dyed fabric by Silk Weaver, I believe, and I love it. It's very similar to the original background of the design. So yeah, it's such a pretty design. I love it, and I wish I could have changed the color of the skin and her hair. But yeah, I love it. And in the bottom part, I added the name of my children. So yeah, it's the name of my 4 kids, and in the bottom part it say my paradise, mi paraíso. So yeah, I really love this piece. Such a beautiful colors, the pinks and the purple colors against the green fabric. It's really pretty. So yeah, those are my motherhood stitchy pieces. So yeah, I also have some new patterns that I received this week, and I'm really happy because I don't have these designs are from Miabilia, and yeah, I think I bought the designs at some point, but again I gave it away, or passed this pattern to some friends. But yeah, this is the lily of the woods, and I love her. She's so pretty, and I have been seeing this design lately a lot. I don't know, perhaps it's like a fashion thing. Sometimes a very classic designs come again, and yeah, I love it. And I didn't have this pattern, so yeah, eventually I will stitch her. But yeah, this is Lily of the Woods, and this is another classic, A Midsummer Night's Fairy. I got this pattern, but I guess in one of the Mexican retreats I sold it or give it away, I don't know. But again, I love it. And I have Titania, Queen of the Fairies, which is like the pair of this design, and I have Titania already stitched. So yeah, I love it. I love it. She's so pretty. A very classic Mirabilia design. So I will eventually stitch this patterns. And another one, it's a little sampler by Corbett. Is the rose sampler, and so cute. I haven't stitched any Corbett, but this is, you know, right of my alley. You know, sampler and really girly, and the colors, and yeah, I will love to stitch this again eventually. I have so many projects and so little time, as we all do, but you know, but yeah, eventually I will stitch all of my projects. And talking a little about my WIPs, or work in progress, let me show you, not much, but some of my progress with another Miabilia. This is Blossom Goddess, and I stitch on hand and with linen. It's not pretty because you well, at least me, I take my fabric on my hands, and you know, the linen get really crinkle and wrinkle, yeah. So yeah, but this is my progress so far. I change the features of her face and the color of her skin and the hair, and I love her. And it's really funny how she looks different, you know, the face look different with you look in certain, you know, angles or certain light, and I love it. So yeah, I'm really, you know, having a lot of progress. I should be finish her in this week, but I start something new, but it's a secret project, so I can show you the project. So my god, I need more hours in the day to my stitching. But yeah, I love her so much. She's so pretty, and we are getting there. We are getting there. We are going to, you know, we are still friends, because I don't know if you have that phase when you are stitching a project and your best friend of the project, and you reach that moment when you are not friends anymore. So, but right now, yeah, we have a great relation. I just need to finish her. So yeah. Another of my work in progress is this beautiful sampler by Plum Street Sampler. It's called Friends of the Heart, and I'm stitching this with CXC flosses in a fabric that I dyed. It's a local fabric, a 36 count cotton fabric. So yeah, really pretty, and I love it. And I was watching Emily C. The Flosstube is Eclectic Possessions, and she has this project as a sal with Olivia B, I guess. I don't know, perhaps. But yeah, so I love when you know, stitchers are making a sal, so I can get in. I'm not I really don't participate in a lot of sals, because I'm more of a stitch whatever I want, whenever I want it. So yeah, but I love when I can join a sal and stitch a project. So yeah, I will try to stitch a little bit on this lovely project. And I love the colors and everything. It's so pretty. And finally, this is a little project. It's a sampler, and for this I am, you know, experimenting with this fabric, which is a local linen. It's not 100% linen. It's has a little synthetic, but I love it. I love the colors, and again, I hand dyed this fabric. So yeah, those are my current whips, and also the secret project that I can show you yet, but I will show you the colors that I'm using, which are these lovely DMC colors, and I love this. They look so nice. They are really, really nice. So yeah, these are the colors of my secret project. And I have here next to me a few, well, a couple of boxes of projects that I want to work on this year. And yeah, I have a full, you know, trunk behind me with all my whips, more than 100, I guess, perhaps. But I usually take some of those projects and I put them in a little basket so I can reach easily to them, and perhaps I could, you know, stitch a little bit on them. And also new projects that I just got, I keep it near to me because otherwise I forgot that I have them. It's just me, or no? Okay. So yeah, I will show you some of those projects. This is by Bella Filipina, Reina Mariposa, which is a really lovely and classic project by Bella Filipina. And I have all the flosses and the beads ready, and of course I dye the fabric. It was a beige linen, so I decided to add a little color, very similar to the one in the project. So yeah, this project, I love it. The colors are so beautiful and these patterns are so cute. So yeah, I have this you know, project next to me in order to eventually start it and enjoy, you know, having this kit. So yeah, another whip that I have is by Marilyn Inbloom. It's Children's Garden. Here's the pattern, and I'm stitching this with DMC, with the DMC called in the pattern. And this design, it's one of those that I really wanted to stitch, you know, since many years ago. And I just got the pattern a couple of years ago with McKenna from Stitching in Sequence. And yeah, I decided that I have to have it and, you know, keep the project. And I hand dye a fabric. It's really hard to see the color of the fabric, but it's so pretty. It's lighter in the center and darker in all the border, and it's really pretty. I hope you can, you know, see the colors, but yeah, it's always tricky to show a hand dye fabric. But this is one of my whips that I wish I could, you know, work on it. But again, I really enjoy having these projects, and being lucky enough to have all these kits and all these treasures to when I feel like stitching or stitch on them, I can do it. So yeah. Another project that I have, it's a gift from Lori, Mischievous Stitches, and it's a Mexican band sampler, and it's a lovely project. And I start, you know, just a few stitches. I'm I'm stitching this with CXC. So yeah, not much to show. I just I'm using this fabric that I dyed, and I start with the border. Not much to see, but yeah, I really love it. And it's a beautiful design. And once I finish this, I want to finish as a drum. So yeah, I'm so happy. Another one of my basket weaves is this design by the Scarlet House, the Smith Sampler. Another project that I, I love it. I love this project so much, and I started at the beginning of this year with a fabric that I dyed. I love this fabric, so pretty, and I hope you could see a little better, but yeah, it's so pretty, and the design, it's so gorgeous. And I'm using here some silks and CXC flosses, these polyester flosses. So I'm making my own conversion with these flosses that I had on my stash. So yeah, I really like to, when I finish a project, I don't know, I guess I got the inspiration from that project or the colors of that project, and I usually like to continue using those flosses in my next project. So I'm stitching something and I fell in love with a floss, and then I start something new using those some of those materials. I don't know, perhaps it's something that it's a pattern of mine, following that same colors, same materials, but I love it, and it's like a cycle. And yeah, but I love to get inspiration from many places, and the same projects that once I finish them, I am with the love of that project in particular, and I try to repeat certain aspect of that project in my next one. So yeah, it's funny. Another of the projects that I have here with me, it's from Old Forest, and it's called English Band Sampler. And this is a project that I started a few years ago. I'm using CXC flosses. The colors are really pretty. This was a gift from a stitchy friend. So cute. Oh my god, so lovely. And I start stitching this project in a cotton fabric without any dye, just a really simple cotton fabric, because the design, it's so pretty and so classic. I mean, sometimes I like to make a really classic project with a twist, and using a really striking color, but in this case I really like to keep it simple, and the colors are really pretty, and this detail, like white work, it's really subtle and pretty. It's very similar, this floss, to the color of the fabric, so you can see like a indent in the fabric, something like that, like engraved. But I love it. I love this project so much, and yeah, I put it out of my full truck of projects, because I really want to keep working on it. So yeah, I feel like this warm feeling every time I see this, because it's so pretty. And talking about old forests, I start one of the samplers. It's the black vintage sampler, and I decided to use a red sewing thread. It's a really fine thread. Fine in comparison with a DMC. So I decided to use this floss, this thread, and you know, again, in one of my hand-dyed fabrics that you see different on camera, but the colors are so pretty. And yeah, I really like to give it, you know, a twist to the design. Instead of using black color as the original, I'm using this like red, beautiful color, and using just one thread. So the count of this fabric is like 36, 38, but the crosses look so thin, and it's like a lace effect kind of, but I love it, and the project is so pretty. So yeah, it's another of my new projects of this year, and I love it. And I have been seeing this project finished by a lot of stitchers. You can see the fabric a little bit. It's really pretty. So yeah, I also want to to work on this project and to finish this sampler. Another old forest. It's the one that I decide to stitch on a Aida. It's a fabric that I dyed, and I love the result. It's such a beautiful fabric, and I decided to start this project. It's Blue Hydrangea by Old Forest, and I decided to use you know, a conversion of flosses, and I choose all, you know, all the flosses, and was making you know, a conversion and using DMC and according to the ones in the pattern, because in the patterns of Old Forest you can buy the hand-dyed flosses that they sell for their projects, you know, like get the full kit, or they can give you an alternative with DMC. But again, I decided to change the colors and use my own conversion. You know, some of the colors from Old Forest conversion and some of mine. And at the end, I don't like the conversion that I make, so I decided to use different flosses. So these are rayon flosses, you know, synthetic flosses, and I also I'm going to use some of this sulky. So I'm still trying to find the right color for my project. But yeah, so far this is my progress, and I love it. I love the fabric, and perhaps with a lighter fabric the conversion will be easier, but because I'm playing with all these colors in the background, I need to be changing the colors of the design. So yeah, it's a really pretty project, and I'm still working on the colors to use, you know, stitching a little bit and then frogging that color and change it for a new one. And yeah, it's part of the fun. At least for me, I love to make that process of make combination and using different flosses. Another project that I start this year, it's a sampler again from the Scarlet House. This is Rachel Howell's 1856. And again, with this, I decide for a type of fabric and sewing threads, but I make a test and I started, but I didn't like it that much, so I start again and I choose different flosses, and yeah, at the end I decided to start this. This fabric is the same one that I'm using for the uh, black vintage sampler, which I'm making in red. So it's the same fabric, and I'm using CXC colors or CXC flosses. So yeah, I love it. I love how it looks, just a little start, but you can see the striking colors of this beautiful design. You can see, oh, so pretty. And I need to frog my original start, because this was the test that I did with sewing threads, but I really didn't like it so much because it was really light, the result. Oops. And perhaps for a different project, this will look lovely, the really fine stitches, but for this in particular, I prefer the really bold color. So yeah, I need to frog this part. But yeah, we will get there. Another project that I have ready to start is this design by Miabilia. It's again another butterfly fairy, Queen Mariposa, the original one. So yeah, I have the floss and all the beads. I need to find the perfect fabric. So yeah, I still need to see if I will dye a piece of fabric, or I use a more neutral fabric, because this design has so many beads and colors, and yeah, but you know me, I love colors, so we'll see. This is another project that I started a few years ago, and it's another Miabilia, and I have all the flosses and the beads and everything. I'm stitching her on Lugana 32, I guess, but I made a mistake, and yeah, I was a little frustrated because yeah. But it's lovely, and you can see her, it's Zelda. So I made the mistake in the center, in the waistline. So I'm a couple of rows or stitches off, and I need to, I'm not going to frog anything, but I need to adjust the design. But I was so mad, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to take a few time off. And as I was saying, sometimes I'm very friendly with my projects, and sometimes we are not talking anymore. So with Zelda, we are not talking, currently. So yeah, I need to get back to her and finish her because she's so pretty. And I didn't change the color of her skin, but she's lovely. I changed the color of the flowers in the border of the dress, and to try to make it more Mexican style, as the traditional Mexican dresses. So yeah, I love it. So yeah, I need to go back to this Zelda, this lovely design, and yeah, I love it. I love it. It's so pretty, and yeah, we need to talk again and be friends again and forget the past. Let me see. This is another project, another mirror. It's Ophelia, that I start in this linen, really that I dyed. It's really dark, but it's beautiful. But I don't know, I wasn't feeling her, and yeah, I don't know, perhaps it was the type of linen, but I don't know if you can see her. She looks so weird. I don't know, she's kind of a character. I this was just a few hours, but I wasn't feeling her. And I love the design, and I love my fabric and everything, but yeah, she's quite a characters. Yeah, we are not really friendly, we are not in how do you say, in speaking terms. But yeah, I love her, so I will need to get back to my Ophelia. She's lovely. Another project that I have here next to me, this is a little bag that I made, so cute. I love the fabric. Is this sampler by Blackbird Designs. It's Merrily Merrily, we welcome Christmas, we welcome spring. And this is stitched in a 40 count that I hand dyed, and yeah, it's such a lovely classic sampler, and the crosses are so tiny and so pretty. I'm stitching this with anchor flosses, but yeah, I need to get back to this. It's so pretty, look. Look. Yeah, I love it. So I have it here with me because it made me so happy. And I have a couple of, well, like 6 or 7 more projects, but I just want to show you this last one that I took, because I really need to get back to my chatterlines. And this is the White Knights of St. Petersburg, and here it is, and it's gorgeous. I'm stitching this in linen 32. It's a Belfast spruce blue, and yeah, I need to finish this. It's still a lot. It's so big. Still a lot to do. Still a lot to stitch. But yeah, it's like I need to. I have all the central part done with the crystals and the specialty stitches, and you can see some of the beautiful colors. And yeah, it's so big and so gorgeous. I got the kit of this project from European cross stitch many years ago, and I love it. And yeah, I just need to stitch this and to finish this eventually. the the project back of this is really heavy because I have, you know, the pattern and all the flosses and all the silks, and it's a treasure. And I'm so happy to have it, even though it's still not finished, but it's mine. It's my work in progress. So yeah, I have a few more, but I guess that's all for today. Thank you so much for this little chat. Thank you for your visit. I hope you have a great time here in my stitchy corner. And that's it. Have a great week. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Stitch a lot. Enjoy your process. And I will see you in my next video.